Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of The Danny Show. Your host, Daniel Cody, giving commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. A very quick review of tonight's episode of NXT. We have, first of all, let me say just my favorite part, obviously. One of my favorite parts was Jada Parker's appearance. She really poured her heart into that promo tonight. We saw Blake Monroe interrupt her. How dare that woman? How dare she? But she's going to get hers. Apparently, we are setting up for Parker versus Blake Monroe, which will probably end up taking place at a future NXT episode, if not at NXT Vengeance Day, which I will be rooting for Parker all the way. Tony D'Angelo is running wild. It is almost, but definitely not equivalent to The Undertaker in Kane's Night of Destruction in 1998. No one, please hear me, no one will ever compare to that. Nobody will ever compare to the Brothers of Destruction's Night of Destruction in 1998, just a couple of weeks after SummerSlam's Highway to Hell. But it was all part of Vince's master plan. However, moving forward, Tony D'Angelo went crazy, interrupting many events until he was eventually arrested and refused to comment. What is Tony D'Angelo up to? It probably has something to do with the NXT Championship. We saw Zaria and Sol Ruca advance in an incredible, maybe not 5-star, but still a very good triple threat women's tag team match, and their friendship is preserved for another week, thankfully, because I don't mean to sound like a negative person, but I just have a feeling eventually someone is going to turn on someone, because no relationship lasts in WWE. None. We saw Shawn Legacy qualify along with Shiloh Hill, and it's so ironic because Shiloh Hill, who was a protege of The Undertaker, defeated an Undertaker replica, in my humble opinion, because Josh Briggs is, to me, a replica, or at least an attempted replica of The Undertaker from 2002 with the way he moves. He so reminds me of them, and it lets me know, to me, that they are trying to copycat a version of The Undertaker and put it on Josh Briggs. Well, that is failing miserably because Shiloh Hill kicked his butt tonight and hopefully kept his teeth, because when it fell on Ariana Grace, that was funny but gross. We have a triple threat match for the NXT Women's North American Championship that was announced by Lola Vice, Thea Hale, and Izzy Dame. And I don't care how many community posts that many wrestling fans want to make of Izzy Dame at her best, looking like she's at a red carpet or not. I will never, I refuse to like any post of Izzy as long as she is NXT's resident mean girl villain. But moving forward, tonight's main event was the triple threat match for the Women's Championship. And like C Nation Dog said, eventually Tony D'Angelo could very well become NXT champion. Of course, one of the things I hope to see in 2026 for NXT is, I believe that Ricky Saints, this is what I believe. I believe Ricky Saints could become champion again on NXT television. I believe he can do that by the time this year is out. I also believe that there is a possibility that Tony D'Angelo, I can almost guarantee that Tony D'Angelo will be champion, NXT champion, before this year is out, and he will be NXT's Grand Slam champion. Was he tag team champion? I forgot. But I know if he does that, he could be Grand Slam champion if he hasn't won the tag team championship with Stacks before Stacks betrayed. Of course, something I do hope to see is Jada Parker either win the NXT North American Women's Championship or the main championship, which is the NXT Women's Championship. Those are the things I hope to see before this year is out. In the meantime, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you want to see this year in NXT? I'm your host, Daniel Cody, and that's all the time I have for you today. And I will be back with another review on all things wrestling. Peace out, everyone.